And they're going to charge up mid.
Alrighty. Oh, they ain't slowing down, baby. They're coming right through their own smoke. Pop on through towards Rap side we go. 3 players starting at the B bomb site. They're going to start pushing, so they want to flank this A bomb site. So good luck, Wakadia. Ripped apart. Good luck, Woxic. You're next. First kill is his. Doesn't know there's a second player in middle. Maka steps right through for an easy frag, and now the rest of Aurora arrives.
Out through short quite quickly here. Zantara is looking to gunsling his way forward. No one given an opportunity just yet. Lucky eating shrapnel at the back of the pit. Aurora still a player down. That's furthered by that kill from Body inside the pit, and no world in which they get back into it now. Madger just peaked by Exorcist, and the high fives come in. 3D Max pick it up, and that was kind of like the first breakout for them. And then suddenly they went to Cologne as a last-second invite, and they bottomed out there. They did nothing. So, you know, this is a 3D Max that rapidly risen to the top, and a bit of change, most recently with Body. So cool to see. And Jot up off top first oranges. It's trades galore inside of the B-bomb side. Woxic eventually put in the fountain, and we've got Wakadia and Zantara is trying to come back into this together. Yeah,
but the MP9s can chew up this low HP. Thankfully for 3D Max, Exercise is the one who's going to be turning to watch the flank with full health. Doesn't even need it. Takes a little bit of damage, but a clean headshot, and that's going to send Zantara's packing.
And he's just going to try and slip away slowly, see if he can grab an exit on the way out. But 3D Max 2-0 up. A very comfortable Inferno team. And they'll get the start that they desire, winning the pistol, converting it.
And shifting into 3D Max, he's stepping ever closer to it, to accomplishing.
Woxic getting into the bomb site. And Gravity just charging around long. It's going to be Woxic in the middle of the site, impales the head of Gravity. Wakadia is going to heat up and have to move out of his position. Jota waiting on balcony. Woxic's vision severed off, but his teammates doing as much as they can, and that's not a whole lot, so there is more pressure on Woxic, and he just can't really find the fight that he wanted.
Yeah, felt like he needed to make a move and wasn't prepared for the glimpse up over the smoke. This is looking like a 4th round for 3D Max. Zantaras and Major are going to step forward and see if they can grab a kill and equalizer and get this comeback underway, but the op holding. And now you're on the verge of losing everything. Major just has to back away slowly and quietly to save the M4.
Well, not the ideal start for Aurora whatsoever. 4 rounds in a row for 3D Max. They've built up so much money because there wasn't really a whole lot of casualties in the first few rounds of play. You know, the MAC-10 of Exorcist was just farming, making bank. So, you know, you keep 3 players up here, maybe just 2, thanks to that kill from Madger. And 3D Max have plenty of cash to burn through, and Aurora, well, they're back to a situation where they have to kind of figure out what they want to purchase around the safe weapon. But they'll soon realize they've got full control of it. Once the mollies come in towards sandbags and they round that corner. Madger rapidly communicating the fact that a smoke has just dropped towards CT, calling for some help with that rotating player. Madger and Zantaras combining, but Zantaras goes down through the smoke to Gravity. Woxic rattling one back through the smoke, 2v4. Suddenly Aurora actually have the better position here. 3D Max trying to leap forward to a bomb plant. As soon as that goes down, though, it's Exorcist gone, and it's just Lucky getting pushed from all sides. He's going to hold down towards CT, but it's just a single kill for the Frenchman. And that'll be a first-round victory for Aurora. You know, one time I like to enter the open qualifier sometimes, just get my ass handed to me and really enjoy, you know, the experience of being humbled against some of the top players. And a few years ago,
kind of weird, but
I played, yeah, it's fun. Just, you know, it's a good reminder of how much better they are than the average person. But I played against Madger when he was playing the LDLC team.
Oh, sure.
And I was just thinking it back to that period of his career. It must have felt like we're kind of, it's not going well, and he's managed to climb back up to here. It's crazy to see it. And now he's fragging out here at the B bomb site. He's got to pick through the smoke. Mac has gone down and just swinging in towards him. Madger eventually cleared out of the bomb site.
Oh, they want the fight as well deep. No smoke in the choke point. They don't care. Aurora broken in. And you still have Jota all the way in this A. I can't believe Exercise is still lurking this late, to be honest with you. Bomb's been planted. Maybe he heard something that we didn't see from his screen. That's a 5th round for 3D Max.
Ooh. Oh. All right, buddy.
Peace. There's no sound No more utility coming up after that left mid smoke and the library smoke. Now Wakati is getting the information and pushing forward, going to start shifting to B, but it might be just a couple seconds too late.
Ooh, Xantares, that grenade is going to blow away the smoke and all of his cover drained, and so Maka marches in. 2 kills back from Wakadia though, and suddenly 3D Max not as comfortable as they once were, but look how far away Jota and Voxic are. So once again, they can take a breather. They've won 6 rounds.
And with the lack of money on the Aurora side of things too, and the fact that Voxic has the AWP, there's absolutely no motivation to shift over and try and go for a 2v3. An elimination game.
Yeah, one of them's going home. It's on the 3rd and a final map, so you can check that one out. Body all the way out through the top. Banana smoke climbs over the top of the car. Madger cleared out. Ooh, nearly gets back to a 2nd kill. That would have been filthy.
Yeah, and actually, if he didn't fire off that initial shot, just feeling like he heard a sound, he might have actually had something better. But still, nice find for Body and a change of pace of the way they attacked and approached Banana. Nicely done from Woxic, watching the smoke. Exercise, no lurk for you. And I think if you're 3D Max, you're feeling at the moment like you just got to go for this B bomb site. Even Woxic is cheating in that direction, playing far back in library. Joda's pushing up in Hall, so Woxic can commit to the B bomb site rotate. And this is the final play.
Straight in towards Wakadia. It's good kill here on Maka. Seconds better. Gravity trying to make it up for it though, and 2 headshots back. That's huge, but still got 2 more to go.
He's got a minute to play with.
Yeah, it's a lot of time for Gravity, just not a lot of health. He'll tap and try and pull the CT player into the open, but it's the Banana flank that's going to end him. Jota right behind him now, and Gravity's gone.
Really hard fought round for Aurora.
Woxic maintains the scope position and blinded, forced away, and needs to be careful because they're chasing him down and he can't get away. He can't get around that corner, and that's even better from Gravity. Utter collapse from the Aurora defense. Jota is the last stand and he got 3. How did he get 3?
That's actually incredible. That allows Major to go for this if he wants to. At least come test the waters and see if you can find a 1v1 quickly. Bomb getting planted just now, and Major's loving that. He's already halfway up middle before it gets planted. So plenty of time for him to find the play that he needs. Molotov smoke and flashbang as well for Major.
Jota has given his in-game leader a chance. Madger moves forward through short. Exorcise the first up. Now a 1v1. This round looked like it was clean cut. It comes down to a 1v1 fight. Lucky still secures it. And it's keeping the economy in such a weird place for Aurora.
I know, just so busted. You got to feel for him a little bit.
Yeah, 2 M4s here. Madger, Xantares getting to play with them, but everybody else on MP9s and 3D Max, well, they consider the fact they might not have enough utility to hold on to B. So when you've got that weakness, accelerate through it and just commit into the bomb site.
Oh, they've sold Jota, though.
Oh, this could be another big play for him. As the last man of defense, but they know where he is. So utility's coming in to heat him up, but the rotation's in. And there are extra players now here for Aurora. Okay, Xantares, and Wakadia goes through the smoke. 3 held down, and the B bomb site. 3D Max don't mind just relaxing for the time being.
And also throughout this half, you've gotten the sense that, again, this explosive style that Aurora's been experiencing is like, okay, well, if they're to pop up mid, I can't be isolated from my teammate by the smoke. I need to be in front of it because they've been sending 3-4 players at the point of attack. And we need to mow down multiple of them.
Oh, timing on the mid peak. Wakadia just looks right down, and so Maka caught. 3D Max to accelerate in the final 40 seconds to try and get into the B bomb site. Madger catches the first, looking the wrong way. Xantares is on the hold, and again, it's a triple kill. Even if it doesn't matter, still throwing it out there. It doesn't really affect the round thanks to the push all the way down bottom Banana. Woxic and Wakadia. 2 kills coming in. Eventually that flash will cost Wakadia his life. Xantares, not so clean on the first peek out, so he's lucky to get back into the archway. He's done damage, which will be finished off by Jota. And Maka trying to get past the archway. He does make it across. He's trying to work in tandem with Lucky, but Woxic gets the read to turn back, and then Madger secures the 5th round at the end. So not the prettiest half of Counter-Strike for Aurora. It was really tough for the first stages, but securing 3 in a row right at the end. With 3D Max waiting in the apartments, Wakadia is going to send the bomb back through underpass to join with his teammates who are now coming out of the T-Stars. And with that information, Gravity's going to start moving through, and Joda's patience, close to paying off, but there's two players around that corner, and he gets peeked from Bedroom as well. So eventually was destined to die, doesn't get a kill from it. Now Aurora deciding to gather up in Banana and attempt to hit into this B bomb side. There's no one playing in the site. It's a boost player. And the CT shots trying to sell that he's not up there. So Body gets away with one, and that's two players to the good here for 3D Max.
This is perfect for 3D Max. You've done everything you needed to. 5-on-3 as the bomb got planted, and now 5-on-2 off the flank.
Yeah, great shot from Exorcist, and he's also just drawing attention towards him too, which makes it much harder here for Woxic, who has to worry about them coming through the smoke at Coffin, CT, and now fighting Banana. So impossible task to win this pistol for Aurora. They'll just have to be happy with the bomb plant.
So chaotic at the end.
Yeah, just shots being fired.
Kadia struggling to get a clean look.
Well, they shift the defense. They go into the bomb site instead. We're now at 50 seconds. Mac 10 about to come out of balcony, and the thrust will be through short. Exorcist, good night. You gotta hit that round. All the nades land on him. There's the auto shot. Oh my god, he just saved his teammate's life, and he's shredding them, melting them away as Maka makes magic happen with the XM1014.
Yeah, but still advantage over to Aurora with access into the bomb site. One M4 recovered and a pretty damn deadly crossfire.
Oh, he's under the boost. This is a play for Major, getting into the smoke, letting it fade away. He's got a possible read, but he starts to move back into the site. Now eyes on it on the smoke play. Body hits the headshot. Then they clear out Graveyard, and 3D Max with an effective retake. It looked like Aurora had opportunities there to close it out, but then 3D Max just eradicate both kills.
The jiggle back into the angle from Maka. And now 3D Max know an AK-47 is on the board. There's another one as well. They hear the scout from Woxic, so they're assuming this is going to be a buy. Locadia ready for the aggression, but can he put a stop to it? No. That's a nasty little peek from Gravity. AK-47 recycled. You're putting a lot of faith in Gravity and Exercise to defend against this. Only two players here, and nobody close either.
The pit's a strong spot for this, though.
Now, you know there's likely no utility, so you're not going to get naded out like you were previously.
That was a clean headshot from Exorcist in the peek out. They didn't check Gravity, and so he comes through with one. Now he just needs to buy some time. 10 seconds left. Bomb is now in the pit. They've arrived in the rotation. Maka falls, and Zantares is the difference again. They're into the site. Bomb planted, just about getting away with it. Now Body's coming in on this long flight for the apartment. Zantares is even spotted in there.
What are you going to go here for Zantares? Oh, he gets away.
He actually got away. He repositions out to the site, finally down to Lucky, and Madrid gets taken out. But that was damn impressive from Zantares to fight themselves into a winnable situation.
Playoffs on the line in this series as well, just like the previous. Which one of these teams is going to join up with G2 at the Bucharest playoffs?
Well, Woxic not going to be joining up with the rest of his teammates in Banana because he's just been annihilated. 3D Max going to retreat further back, but they have got flashes to continue their aggression. Keep one player positioned at sandbags. Joda, worried about that, hops up, gets blinded, but just a little too late. Body gets taken out because Joda got the vision. Now two players inside of the B-bomb site. Joda continues to accelerate and keep the pressure up. He's got his teammates alongside of him, but it's Gravity on the pick from the back of the site. Lucky to flick on up. Madrid going down. Second kill's better from Lucky, and Zantares with it all to do. 11 rounds for 3D Max. They are getting closer and closer to rounding out this first map of play.
And 3D Max just 2 rounds away from stealing this first map of the series. It is their pick. Next we go to Anubis. Excuse me, let me reverse that. Aurora picks Inferno. 3D Max picks Anubis.
Yeah, we just used 3D Max picking Anubis last year, but they've kind of moved away from that. But I think Anubis is going to be great. I think it's going to be a really fun matchup. If Aurora get off to a better start, I mean, they've had slow starts in both halves here.
The only reason I'm surprised about it is it's a great map for Aurora. So the idea that you'd pick into Aurora's best map as your map pick is a little crazy to me, but we can cover that in the next one. Let's stick with Inferno here. 5-on-4 in the favor of 3D Max. Man advantage on defense. Lucky, gonna prime a flashbang, gonna step through. Body, good timing, but can't find the kill. Zantares snaps back immediately. Double pit from Gravity and Exercise, and Maka's over in the CT arches, ready to provide support if needed.
"30 seconds. Time fading away. Aurora charging in, but Gravity off the balcony drops down into the pit. Eventually taken out himself. 20 seconds on the clock as Aurora win the round.
Yeah.
Plan comes in, Lucky and Mac, and no other option.
Nicely done from 3D, or from Aurora this time, excuse me. But I think the fact that they've been able to shut down Aurora at the B bomb site so emphatically is a sign of confidence that they'll bring everyone over here, but the aggression has betrayed them, and they probably needed all 5 players here, and it's not going to help.
That's crazy. The fact that they have 5 players on the side, and they only get 1 kill.
I mean, I think part of the theory is rotate all 5 players over here, right? 2 of the A players push halls, and either they win their engagements and the round is firmly in your control and it doesn't matter anymore, or they die like they did, and then
they think
Aurora picks up the
empty,
pace. They say all that's left is the B defenders. He's got a smoke Molotov as well. If he gets pressured, he has options to delay and drop things in I almost said G2. And 3D Max's, excuse me, Aurora's path.
Yeah, you
just went on
there as well.
Oh!
Oh! What the hell?
That'll stop you from stuttering.
Well, that'll stop you doing a lot. Head gone. Jota follows up. Okay, he's won the round. That's 9.
And I mean, it sucks if you're 3D Max, because it's like, this was our best buy in a couple of rounds. We saved the last one for this, and we lose it because of a jumping shot, or because picked out of the air.
All that talk of economy and how great it was to save in the last round. It comes down to this fight. Gravity holding on. Here comes the swings. Exorcist doing well. They lose 1 weapon.
I don't think that'll dissuade the buy. It's a really good find, but it's not going to change 3D Max's mind on investing in this round. Gravity can even drop an op. Maka can buy himself.
4th player now having a look to go back. Maybe just picking you to nope. Fully committing to the Speedway. So they've got the read to send 4 players over here. 3D Max ready to defend this A bomb site. Lucky with 2 on the initial thrust.
They needed that, a little bit of life. Good start, 30 seconds. Zantares goes down, so does Major, and Jota, the last one to stumble out of the halls last, gets a kill. But this will be 12 for 3D Max. They've got themselves on the edge of victory, 1 round remaining, and they'll take a 1-0 lead into Anubis. What a call at 12 rounds.
Here he goes, pushes in. It's a risky call, but it's paid off. And this is what we talk about when we say that 3D Max are exciting to watch. They're willing to make plays like this at this point of the game, but Wakadi is on the hunt. He's looking to try and pull this back with an aggressive play of his own, as he's found the gap and perhaps found the timing that could unravel this defense. There's a headshot, but Gravity, quick response.
That's so fortunate that Gravity's there, ready for that kind of a rebuttal, that kind of a reaction so quickly. Wakadia almost just made a badass play. Aurora gonna follow it up over in short body with 1, and now Woksuk is stuck, and that's it. That's gonna be 13 for 3D Max. Zantares goes down last, and a nice map 1 victory on Inferno. Took him some time to close it out, but 3D Max today looks clean.
Maybe Shadow Daggers. What the fuck is this? Nah, man. Yes, sir. That's my style.
Their opportunity to stay in this series. 3D Max would book a ticket in the playoffs if they were to win here on Anubis. But Aurora is widely considered to be the best Anubis team.
And for good reason.
Yeah, very good reason.
Zantares kicks things off. First kill of the pistol. Madro under a little bit of pressure at the back of the platform. But remember, he's still got Zantares down in con, and he's rattling bullets rapidly up towards the site. But not exactly as clean as they would have liked here. But Zantares making sure that he keeps his team ahead.
At least the plant, that's nice. If Gravity can find Zantares a little bit early, that would be lovely, but now everyone else has arrived.
Oh, Gravity, great headshot.
6 shots.
Down. Yeah, he could pull it back, but then as soon as he peeks, Jota's composed and hits the headshot. So we're looking at Under a minute left.
AK-47 Galil and 2 Deagles for 3D Max as they start putting things together, spending what little utility they have to find themselves a good fight. Joda pushes forward to take out Gravity, and that's it. That's the only presence at the B bomb site. Everything else towards mid, where we know the Aurora style is to leave this really, really open. Shifting back as Zantares and Wakadia just, oh, that flashbang. They didn't expect the turn, but Zantares has the cover.
Yep, here goes the peek, though, from Wakadia. It's not going to work out. The swing from Woxic in towards a main. A lot of bullets, not enough of them landing. An exercise puts one between the eyes. So 3v2 for Aurora. They have the advantage, and that bomb is just about to go down for 3D Max. Look at the play from Joda. So close towards a main. Exercise focus completely on the mid play through Temple. But Joda's closer than I think they anticipated, so he gets away with that, and he knows exactly where Maka is. And so they can swing together, and he nearly gets both. Damage done onto Madra, but Aurora come back into it.
And I think 3D Max are going to buy right back up into it. This is a huge swing round for who takes an early advantage in this map.
Big swing from Joda. A lot of damage done onto 2 players, but no kill from him. Madra will finish off 1 and keep it a 4v4. But he's got to worry about B main, or at least he did. Look at the long range on that thing. The XM shredding up from behind, but no kills, just a lot of damage. And this really does tee up Aurora for a 3rd round victory. 3D Max are wounded.
I feel like we're in store for a pretty crazy Zantares half. We saw some of the frustration at the end of the last map on Inferno, just shaking his head and kind of staring at the monitor. We've seen that frustration a lot. He was doing it at Pro League as well, just a couple weeks back. So Woxic going to be on a little bit of a hunt. He's the only one searching.
The worst case scenario is that you die after time, and you don't want that. So Woxic fended off, and no one else is really all that close. Wakadia is like, I want the money. So he's going to charge after and see if he can get there. Yeah, he can get an upgrade at a minimum. And there's no one close by, so he's all good. He'll keep that M4, and 3D Max will keep their 2 saved rifles. A pack of 4 in mid. Zantares is up, so he's got some help from Woxic, who can take the initial attention. And then Zantares will just feast upon them. So it's 1 from Zantares. Woxic comes away better. He got 2 from that situation.
Yeah,
3D Max left 2v4.
Not as effective as it looked like he was going to be, but the setup itself is very, very strong. You've just shut down anything that 3D Max was going to attempt to do, and everyone kind of bought up at the end of the day, so this has gone nowhere. This just catapults Aurora into such a strong round. If they can keep 4 players alive and win this, man, their money's going to be so nice. I think the only thing left that 3D Max is trying to orchestrate is this pinch through Temple onto the B bomb site, but that ain't going to happen because aggression out B main, and Maka's the last one left.
He's going to give it a good go and creep in behind him with the AK. This is the kind of scenario where you do want to die before the time and just start building towards that real buy. And he is going to go down. It's still not good enough here for 3D Max. They've just been in such a rough spot economically to kick this game off with the buys. And under a minute on the clock as they sprint into the B bomb site. At least the trade has come in, but it's Joda who has to do the heavy lifting off the back of the platform, and too much weight to bear.
Careful, this is a lot of damage taken before the bomb gets planted. This retake will be contested. Wakadia pushing up Ivy to get close. That smoke has just plumed, so he's got to wait for his moment.
Well, plant confirmed. He's going to start moving in. His moment just taken away from him as Maka makes sure that it's quick work on the AK-47. Walks it back through the smoke. Zantares answers back too. Suddenly Exorcist 1v2 up against the 2 heaviest hitters of this Aurora squad. They get into the site. Zantares on the right side, and that's a kill for Exorcist, and he makes it look easy.
God damn, that is beautiful from Exercise. Way to keep your composure in a tough scenario.
Body down to 14 HP from that smoke spam. He'll be happy to just be alive, and he's still applying pressure in middle with his nades. That ball will start to drift back to B. B split being set up. Gravity and Exorcist are going to come through the connector right in towards Joda, who's only got a USP. So the player that has to do something about this is Zantares, and he's blinded. His boost no longer all that effective. He'll still make the most of it, though. Second kill before being felled, and it is cleaned up by Exercise and Lucky. So now we're looking at Woxic 1v3 AWP And I would imagine he's not going to hang around here for long.
Yeah, if he was a little bit closer, he might hunt for just like one kill for someone to do something stupid and give him the opportunity. But yeah, at this point, but two teammates with USPs around him and not enough resistance.
Terrorists win.
Everybody else with the weapons they desire. Not quite having the lights out Xantares. He's had a great game, sure, 11-5, but he can still find more impact in the rest of this half. It's Woxic with a quick shot onto Maka, dropping down into the water. Woxic just flicked it, made it look easy.
Yeah, nice quick peek. Body's gained a lot of ground in middle, though. Hasn't been super effective when he's gotten to these positions previously. Meanwhile, two players coming in through A main, so they're going to try and split this with one coming through camera, but he's still blocked off by smoke. Broken open, there's the entrance in A main. Xantares holding for body and wins the fight.
Aurora in the better spot in terms of player count here, but Lucky could change that as he comes around the backside. This could be a great play from Lucky.
He needs two.
Look, no one's looking.
Bomb has been planted.
When does he decide to go? Peeks out, there's the first headshot. Now they know they've got to deal with him. They've already moved in through camera, and they're cutting through gravity. So Exercise has to stay alive. They're going to smoke out camera. They're going to put pressure on Exercise. They know exactly where he is. Lucky needs to dive through the smoke, and Exercise grenaded away. So even if he had the skill to pull it off, the grenade removes any chance.
Yeah, and he had a real one with Major on such low HP. That could have been interesting. Xantares too, he brought him down to 27, but a good retake, especially considering it gets sped up.
The walk through B about to happen, and Xantares takes one step and then gets domed. So everybody else cancels that idea. Body, look at this. Look how quick this is. Right through Temple, combined with gravity, and they break apart the B defense.
Yeah, well, Body's had that real estate this whole time, so finally he's like, screw it, I'm gonna go as fast as humanly possible. And that throws a really, really rough detail into how Aurora's trying to defend this. So fourth round found by 3D Max, all 5 players survive. And there's a quick, fast pace that we like to see out of 3D Max.
Yeah, they just find the gap, find the hole, and thread the needle. They're even on the hunt now, trying to take weapons away from Aurora. And now we've talked about Aurora being the best Anubis team, but when you look at 3D Max, this is a squad that have played it throughout their roster's history. It was kind of their breakout map. It was the map they were strongest on when they were on their online grind last year, when they were rising up the rankings. Major making his way through the water. Body sprints through the doors again. We've seen him make a play like this just a few rounds prior that was so effective.
That's a huge pick from Woxic because they don't know of Major's aggression.
A smoke is going to clear away, and a free kill is given over, but here goes Major. That's the bomb. The bomb at the back. A kill from Major makes sure that everything is thrown into disarray. They have to go back and get it. They continued to fight into the site, made sure they removed Xantares, and sure, you can have the bomb site, but you don't have the bomb.
Now you got to figure out how exactly you want to approach this scenario. Do you push camera and go around towards bridge and middle? Do you all come back towards A main and line up? That's a good kill to find. Joda's going investigating, hoping to catch them in transition of trying to figure out how to make the play next.
Well, Major has the scope up. They'll try and buy some more time. There's still 50 seconds left here for 3D Max, but the fire forcing Major into the open. Good information for the peak. He misses the shot. The peak comes in. Woxic lands his. It's a double up setup defending the bomb. And still Exercises inside of the site.
He's going to throw a flash for Lucky.
Here it comes, over the top. Lucky makes the play forward. Woxic dodges the flash. Now it's all an Exercise, and this has got to be a frustrating close to the half for 3D Max. They were in the bomb site. They just did not have the bomb. And that's 7-5 for Aurora. Well, they need a great start in the second half here at 3D Max. Not enough done on that T side.
3D Max won Anubis at Pro League 21, 13-10. They lost it in Cluj, 13-10. It's been a part of the last 3 series that these two teams have faced off against each other.
It's a B split for Aurora. 3 players coming through connector. 1 for 1 in the initial fight. Body's so low. Just in and around the obelisk. Gravity getting caught by Wakadia. When there's just so many players flooding in from all different directions, it's hard to hold on to it if you're 3D Max. And Matcher's fragging out. He's got a second in the round. And Xantares is the man to close.
Also, Body's comms just can't get into Gravity's ears quick enough. Like, they might have gone in, but no real acknowledgement of the brain, so he couldn't turn fast enough.
Oh, good pathing here for Wakadia to get to the side of the molly. They're not going to expect him to be that close. And then he erupts with a surprise, but Body gets two. He just runs out of ammo. Otherwise, he was certainly on for a chance for all three there, but ammo costs him. And we've got a 3v2. 3D Max still with a player advantage on the defense, but look who's still alive.
Oh, dude, if he ignores the smoke and Maka and just pushes in, that could be crazy.
To defend his teammates. Oh my god, okay.
He's back.
Yeah, that flick, there's nothing you can do when Xantares hits one of those. He's gone back to read the camera play, and Xantares is leveling up here. Lucky to get rid of him, and now a 1v1.
This is a must-win for Lucky.
He's got to move quick too. No kid in his back, but Woxic makes sure that he can't even get close. 10-5, double figures. I want to play aggressively out of B. The one rifle here for 3D Max is alongside the attack, and it was the first player to go down. So the 5-7s have done better than expected. Xantares trying to fend them off, but they keep pushing. They keep coming towards him. And now they've got a better weapon to play with. Lucky. Oh my god. Xantares survives on 1 HP.
Very tense. Exercise just playing outside the B bomb site. They don't have the weapons to do anything aggressive. Xantares is low. This is all on Wakadia. Oh, that's a good find. Great find. Exercise, not even a chance to fire off a bullet. Only one is necessary. So into the bomb site we go, and Maka's only got a USP in an attempt at a 1v2.
Maka knows, AK down, so picks it up. And heads back around to B main. Oh, the timing. Wakadia gets into the corner. Yep, Xantares goes down, but look at this quick reposition from Maka. Wakadia knows about it, sure, but...
Well, he's listening for the drop and the footsteps in towards Dark, so now he has the idea. Now he knows. One Molotov to use.
Gonna send it to the back of the platform.
He's already lost. He never saw him outside B main, so it's the last place he'll expect, unfortunately.
Yeah, and he has no kit either, or any utility left, so... He knows where he is now, but the time evades him, and the headshot confirmed by Wakadia. So, I mean, that's the situation where...
2 rounds Aurora from giving us Dust 2 to decide this series.
Maka about to be put under a lot of pressure. Xantares is not slowing down. In fact, he's decided on this A bomb site. And he wants it. His teammates throwing supportive utility in behind him. The legions of Aurora starting to come through. They've even got Wakadia trying to lurk, but he's been taken down. Xantares making sure that there's still positive steps being taken here for Aurora. Body's gone, Xantares and Woxic combining, and yeah, just too much. Too much firepower on the T side right now for 3D Max. This is just so good. Xantares has got 2 picks coming in. He's got supportive Woxic. And Gravity, well, it doesn't feel like you want to save, but there's no, you're not winning it, so not as well.
Which can obviously be a massive issue. But that's a problem for later.
And at least you've got 1. But Body's gone. And Aurora just a few moments away, if it keeps up like this, from bringing us to the 3rd and final. And Dust 2 definitely could be an exciting matchup to get into, but Aurora just staying focused to close this one out. Heading over towards B. Maka about to make a mid-push, and Xantares, he's waiting for it. Patience. Oh my god, he turns away at literally the last second.
You just never expect there to be aggression in middle from the CT side at a minute in the round when like there's no utility up, there's no flashbang, there's nothing being utilized. So Aurora descends into this B hit, and they're starting to pinch it from Dark as well.
1 for 1 as they come back in. And Gravity straight through that smoke, doing what he can to keep his team alive for at least a few seconds longer. Plant being confirmed here on default. So close, but the bomb will go down. And the last two players here for Aurora are extremely low in HP. Can 3D Max extend play a little bit further? Maka not clean, should have taken that, so it's Gravity, but he's out of ammo, and Wakadia moves out into the open and confirms a victory for Aurora. They are just unstoppable here on Anubis. A comfortable start on the CT side proved too much for 3D Max to try and handle. Two of the teams I would have expected to be getting playoff spots.
Yeah.
And I really don't mind who goes through this quickly. They're both been playing really well.
Yeah, I don't think either of them should have issues making it in after this if they were to lose. But yeah, one of them is going to have an easier route into those playoffs.
Quick play into the lower tunnels. Wakadia coming out on top. Lucky's going to go, and Aurora's just going to maintain the player advantage for the moment. Maka's very low, but that P250 at that kind of range might become effective into the lower tunnel peak, but Joda's not alone. He's got Wakadia right beside him.
Well, important as well is Major's doing a good job of peeking out towards long and just slowing down this hit. This is a long time stalled out and HP taken away over the top of the smoke. Body finds one. He goes down to CT spawn, jumps up, wants to wrap around Goose, and what a route to run.
Dude, this is insane from Exercise. He just jumps up on the boxes. 3 different positions, 3 different kills. Wakadia 1v2 low HP, but Exercise rips apart 4. 3D Max having to come out and get a decent start because they went so flat so early on Anubis, and the mountain was too tall to climb.
Look at it this way too, like the fragability across both teams. Like you have Zontaras in the server. We obviously know Exercise has started this out well. He can frag. Same with Gravity. Woxa can go nuts. Dust 2 should be a brawl. And on top of all of that, this map for both of these teams sits around the 60% win rate mark. It's equal for both of them, so it should be a very contested affair.
Yeah, great middle ground to decide who is going into the playoffs. Under a minute on the clock. We've seen 3D Max commit early out long, but they're long gone now. They've left one Exercise to make sure if anybody pushes for information. Woo! But that is a shot and a half. Straight through the mid doors. He's going to go back again. And another one, this time from Woxic. The scouts, they're destroying them inside the middle.
Why are you still fighting it? Get out of there.
They're just trying to distract for Exercise to come up long, but then Woxic clocks that idea. And he turns back just at the right time. Some damage being done for Exercise, but eventually Jota gets rid of Lucky. And so the bomb down in mid, and Exercise is a long way off of this with 25 seconds. He can't get to it. He can't win this round. So the scouts have done the job in mid.
Damn, just the rotation back, a double scout peeking you the whole way, firing off shots so hard to return a clean burst against the scout through that double door sliver. 3D Max just have to eat it. Joda's gonna come out to his death. But that's Aurora getting on the board, converting in the second round and breaking 3D Max's momentum right after the pistol.
Yeah, that's super rough to swallow here for 3D Max. And now that there could be a problem this setup for them, another trap, right? The big problem that happened on Anubis.
No one close to double doors to be caught by this. Wakadia would be the first defense along the wall, or Zontaras over in CT spawn with an off angle, trying to pull them into Wakadia. He's gonna step right into a flashbang, and he continues forward. What a risk, but it pays off.
Yeah, he actually has a massive risk, but he's come out on top, and here comes the play forward. Body up at short, smoke goes down onto the box. Zontaras flicking up, he's got Wakadia rattling shots out of that Galil. 1 dig back from 3D Max, but not really looking likely unless Exercise has something to say about it when that kind of headshot at that range. He's got a bomb plant secured by it. Is there anything else that 3D Max can do in this situation? Well, it would all fall to Maka to pull it off. Committed into the bomb site. Fighting out long, it's a quick headshot.
5 bullets.
Yeah, limited ammo. Has a chance to reload now, but too worried to do it. Zontaras could be right beside him, but he's actually down in CT spawn. Aurora taking their time into this one. Mac is not making any mistakes. But 45 HP, 5 bullets in the AK, and Jota making sure that he gets towards him.
Yeah, plenty of kits available, or 1 kit available on Zontaras. A nice attempt from Maka down the stretch, but the patience. But yeah, sad to see one of those 2 teams going home, MongolZ or Liquid. MongolZ have just disappointed from day 1 of this event for whatever reason. Maybe it's a nice time for a wake-up call heading into the major.
At least you got some time on the lead up there, but disappointing to see. Wakadia, that's way too easy. Gets a double in the mid doors, and it feels like this is an eco round, but it's a full buy from 3D Max that just gets melted away. Now Gravity doing what he can to pull it back. Okay,
What?
Woxic team kill as well in the mix, and suddenly we're right back into a 2v2.
And they just handed him that headshot on Woxic, who he wasn't even aiming for? Oh my lord. I need that in slow motion. Okay, 2-on-2. I don't know how this has happened.
The round fell over.
Yeah, Gravity's gonna get the bomb planted, and over towards Catwalk is where this will be decided. Maka's here with the op. Both defenders gonna shift in and rotate to this position.
Mac should be able to get one, at least. There's the first. Madra coming in, tries to peek up for a quick shot. Now Gravity to close it out. He got them in this situation, and he'll make sure it's a round victory. There was no world in which I thought that was going to be a 3D Max victory after the first couple of kills of the round.
No, that's a crazy sequence from Gravity. 3D
Go
Max
on, get your knife kill.
Oh, there's 0%.
Get your knife kill.
0% chance, Stinko. Maybe more than 0. It might be more than 0. Oh, it's so much more than 0.
There
Oh,
we
it's
go,
so much more than
Jason.
0.
Knife.
Oh, that's
There
insane.
it is. Gun.
That's insane.
He got away with it. He actually got away with it. Your caster curse is strong, Jason.
I didn't know it was that strong.
It's strong with you, my friend.
Not many can just will a knife into existence. Gravity's like, my bad, bro.
That was it. At least
Sorry.
that was the highlight moment.
It's like, at least it wasn't me.
Yep. But that's the most exciting part of the round. The rest relatively clean. Tied up scoreline 3-3. Money. There's a lot of it here for Aurora. Oh, straight out through the mid doors. Gravity's got away with a couple of those kills down into CT spawn. Here's the short peek. Body sees two, and someone comes away with his head still intact.
Yeah, he's like, Gravity, don't peek. You don't want to peek that. Exercise all the way up. They know they've got them pinned on Catwalk. Yeah, that's fine. They've got pretty decent control, all things considered. And these players don't know how many are in the bomb site, so they don't really want to challenge. The problem is there's so much chaos. You lose track of this. The flank from the B bomb site.
He's got the read too to check for body, but Gravity over the top. Can't spin. Back bomb is planted, and we still got a 3v2 on our hands. 3D Max for the player advantage. They're preoccupied with body down to Xbox. Zantares can't find him. He can't find him.
I think they think it's the B bomb site.
Oh, that's...
No, maybe not. That'd be too crazy.
Yeah.
They already saw Exercise with the bomb. Okay. Major 1v2. Not going to go for it. Not enough time. No kit.
Zantares. Ooh. That grenade actually works out perfectly the way it bounces off the wall right into Lucky's face. So 55 seconds, 3D Max with the attack through short. And Woxic, oh my goodness, not exactly what he was hoping for. Body just shredding him, and he's going to continue to move forward. 45 seconds. Zantares has to dive down off the box. The smoke makes things uncomfortable, and Gravity's got another kill here for 3D Max. And you mentioned the money and how expensive the double op setup is. You don't get a pick with it. You really can't get into this retake. You don't have enough money to risk losing this. So a safe call for Aurora, and we're looking at 6-3, and that round's after a timeout.
Yeah, I know, and especially with 3 rounds remaining, you don't want to risk it either, because then you're really struggling for cash to fight back. So at least here you can pass that over to Woxic and rebuy at M4, and you've got another solid buy. However, 3D Max now feeling a little bit motivated to hunt, a little bit more confident to go for these hunts, considering they've built... Oh my lord. What are you supposed to do about that? I don't know, man. Body's just a little bit different these days than what he was back in the day.
Yeah. He's finding a lot of love playing with his fellow countrymen again.
I mean, he was always good and solid, but this is some of these shots are just a little bit different.
I would understand what that means if you did it at the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd get the signal across. Here we go. Off peaks, like shot.
What Kadia and Woxic, the double W's. Taking themselves great openers, and now Madra trying to hold on to the long offensive. Looks like we're going to see another round here for Aurora. Hard to see a world in which 3D Max can battle their way forward, but I said that way earlier in the half, and then Gravity got an absolute miracle down in CT spawn.
Yeah, well, you aren't going to get 2 of those. And now you've got 2 ops on this map, and you've got 1 smoke. Excuse me, you got 2 smokes. And now they'll give it up as Zantares takes that position. And now the B-bomb site seems rough.
Oh, nice shot from Arcadia. Here comes Exercise right through the smoke. And it's all cleaned up. They only lose one player. Last shot of the half here.
So Arcadia has his op in middle. Woxic is going to take his to Catwalk, and 3D Max look like they say, double ops, we don't need to spread out. We're going to hit the B-bomb site. Nice attempt at the shot, but here we go.
Back and forth again. Equal trades, but Jota holding down. He's got his teammate flying through the door. Xantar is getting into the fight as quickly as possible. And now Exercise to close out a wonderful first half individually from himself. A 1v3 ahead of him. And you've got Madger down in CT. The scope of Woxic peering down into the mid-walk from window. And then once you get past those two targets, you still got Jordan. So Woxic will confirm the 5th round victory here for Aurora right on the way out of the door.
Yeah, really good recovery from them as well.
Well, it's a very quick decision and clear decision for Aurora just to run out long, and no one's there in the corner.
Lucky for the information,
Lucky does get the info that they're all committing hero. At least a lot of players are coming through long, so you can call the 3D Max defense to get in position, ready to deal with this. Body trying to line up shots over the top of the smokes, but Wakati is already on the site. They've got so close here, Aurora. The rotation's coming back from 3D Max. And the bomb is now just arriving into the site, but look how many players are here for 3D Max.
Yeah, but most of them are stuck over on Catwalk, and you're pinned down, and the only way you get out is if everyone swings, but nobody wants to swing. Everyone just getting their head ripped off. Oh, Aurora, the T-side pistol's been beautiful. Anytime someone peeked for a fight, you shut them down, and it's only Maka.
Well, he is actually gaining some ground here with the dual Berettas, but there's just too many heads, and he wasn't hitting any of them, so Aurora, simple pistol, great result.
He's going to be the only defense here, Exercise, and they're already past that smoke.
He's going to jump up and jump down. It's not going to work out for Exercise, and we've got Maka this time at long, trying to soften them up, but the flashes are good. The nades land towards him. We've got a tag shot, but Xantares drops down. It's actually going to work out for Exercise. He's got a kill here, and Xantares is gone. They've also done some damage.
I think that's going to pull him back to try and go for this. Although with 3 scouts, I almost say just save it for the next round. Like, I know you have a man advantage. I know it feels like a round you should go for it. There's a tag.
All right, Jota at low HP. 5-7 could melt him. But he's got the AK of Madger just down below to protect him, so it never comes down to that fight. Yeah. Another kill from Arcadia, and yeah, all these weapons are going to be drained from the arsenal here of 3D Max. Maka looking for another shot, but there would still be 2 more to find. He's nowhere near for the defuse. So yeah, a lot of damage done, but never really in a situation to win the round though.
Any retake's gonna have to be quick as you like. Xantares dropping down, Molly nade combination to give himself some space to work with, and the op shot blind drops him. The rest is coming towards the B bomb site. It's only Lucky for the moment.
Well, they're getting ready to go through that fire. Here they come, right in towards Gravity. Lucky's help is now gone. It's all on him. And he just can't connect.
It's so hard to track that Mac 10 as you see it running. He doesn't know if it's going to keep wide swinging or stop the way Woxic did. So a retake of fair. They're going to be patient outside of the B bomb site as mollies and smokes are deployed. There's one flank coming in. That's from Exercise over towards T-spawn. So they've got to give him a few seconds to get into position. And ooh, missed shot from Major.
Oh, Maka though, he's going to land his through the door. So they really need to start going now, 3D Max, if they want this. Woxic and Madger now set up for it, but Body is going to come in with a double kill and reclaim that B bomb site.
I think was it Exercise coming from tunnels?
Yes.
I think he disrespected the Molotov of Major.
The head about to show, and so close to a Maka kill, but it's Xantares. Great teamwork to boost him up. You get a better vision of Exercise, and this fight's so important for the defense of 3D Max. The AWP also missing its opportunity, but here's the flank from Gravity. Wakadia hears it, turns back, nails the opportunity, and there's another player there. This time, Lucky will get the kill, but all of his teammates are gone, so no round to be had here for 3D Max. They miss every early opportunity.
Yeah, Gravity was really eager to get into that catwalk fight. He was trying to pick up the pace on the flank to try and save his teammates and give him some assistance, some help at the A bomb site, and it just doesn't work. Yeah. Just betrayed and backstabbed. See, look how sharp he is.
So sharp.
Look how sharp he is. I didn't know you could get that sharp.
He's the sharpest.
Oh, sound cue on the drop, though. Oh, and they just clear the scope as the smoke fades back to the B bomb site, but the pressure is going to come from middle where you just were, and you feel like this timing isn't possible because you were just there.
Oh! Okay, you can't really stop that. That's just Madger locked in, Gravity's head knocked off.
Thankfully, you still have two defenders here. You get that pick as Aurora, you probably think there's only one guy left in this site.
They're gonna charge in and realize the hard way, there's still a significant defense here.
Yeah, they got a nade after that op shot, so that's what caused them to bail out, but they've only got 25 seconds. However, they pulled 3D Max down middle. Oh, it could be a disaster. Body's still here. Knife out for Zantares. Joda responds. A bomb site is open. The runway is there, and Woxic provides cover.
Yeah, Mackie gets caught right at the end as well, and they start to celebrate, getting closer and closer. Maka, second crack of the whip. Wasn't able to fully stop the attack in the last round, but he's going for it this time. Second shot on the second peak, but third time unlucky. B-bomb under more pressure as Body barrels back to try and get there in time. He hops in through the door, but Jota just got vision back in the nick of time.
I don't mind the risky play from Body because he knows with MP9s, you're not cracking into this site. You have to try and get somebody in there, so he goes for it, makes the attempt, and it's still a 3-on-3 major. Ooh, you're dinked up, you're dinked down. Exercise knows exactly where you're at. Tough fight, and there's the win.
What's happening here? Okay, Wakadia just gets sandwiched in the doors, and now it's just Jota. This is tough. This is a tough clutch for Jota ahead here to try and grab series point. They're gonna start wrapping around him. He's dancing with him, trying to buy some time. Headshot in, but Exercise immediately toppling him. And 3D Max to the defuse.
Couple good gifts there. The find on Major in a situation where he had no possibility of getting away from Exercise on the flank. And obviously the push through the double doors that feels forced once that kill goes down. Feels like he has to make that sort of a play. This double op setup, I mean, Aurora hasn't seen it yet from 3D Max, so this could be a cool switch up that changes the nature of this game. But once again, Major's calling a lot of B bomb site later on in this half.
Charging right into the B bomb site, and with Lucky gone, it falls to Gravity. He needs to pull them in. It's Woxic first. Gravity! Oh. That is exactly what 3D Max required. Heroics from the back of the car, pulls them in, and Body now waits under the window, forces Aurora back, and after the timeout, the B charge, they thought they had broken through.
Bro, that transfer in the air, he even knew what was coming after the second kill. He already knew someone was going to be jumping over.
Yeah, and as soon as he is about to get vision of his opponent just alongside Maka, spots out Madra top mid back turn. So fallback for Wakadia, might not even be able to get this save because the hunt's already on inside of spawn, and well, Wakadia will actually fend off Exercise, but they know where he is, and there's plenty of rifles pushing through the lower tunnels. So 10 rounds for 3D Max. That is a huge round for Gravity that might have just reignited their chances of qualification into the playoffs today. Still got this double up setup for 3D Max,
and for 3D Max as well. This round could be this round could be the map, this series victory. Yeah, 1-for-1 trade out towards long. Maka's still here though.
Oh, shot landed, a lot of damage, not enough to bring them down though. Body's on 12 HP, still hanging around, and Maka still firing on all cylinders. But Woxic makes sure that his engine is cut. And we've got a 3v3, a minute 20 seconds left on this clock, and
now here's an interesting prospect for you, Dinko. Here's a little challenge. If you look at the money of 3D Max, do you go for this?
Yes. You gotta believe in yourself, Jason.
You do now, baby.
You gotta believe in yourself when you have a little luck. And now it's Jota and Madger 2v3. But they're held out. Still utility left for Aurora.
One kid on Gravity.
And they set up, ready to go through the doors. Madger getting dinked. Half of his health gone, Body's fallen. Madger with another, but it's all on Madger. Lucky into the site, coming close over the top, and Madger saves Aurora. Grabs series point, and they're 1 round away from securing playoffs here in Bucharest.
Oh, that's a nice win for Madger, stepping up massively in a 1v1. Missing tons in terms of utility, 0 kits. And that's a rough way for it to start. Missing utility, kits, and now a player.
Lucky, tucked in the corner. Ready to go. First kill's good. Second, even better. Wakadia does slip in behind him.
Fast flank from the op. That's Maka.
And it's huge. He's coming around the backside. Woxic's not going to be ready. Scout caught. Woxic down. Wakadia and Major trying to secure playoffs right now. Wakadia's got a pick on exercise, pushing into the bomb site. Major's got another headshot, and they know exactly where Maka is. The first outing with a new organization, and it stopped. That is so filthy from Maka. It's not over yet.
Well, Xantar's is going to have a huge role to play because he's stepping up not to stop rotations, but to obliterate the other side of the map. He wants to be an aggressive lurk, not a passive one. They've seen it in pit. They know they can have the plant. B bomb site rotating now. All eyes on Xantar's.
Xantar's, oh, you would bank on him getting that kill every single time with a rifle in his hands, but Gravity clears him with the MP9.
And where do you play now if you're Aurora with these weapons? Okay, Scout takes a peek. Woxic wanted to get stuck in, and he did, and dropped by the AWP.
3D Max proving that this battle for playoffs is going to require some bonus rounds. Maka with another shot, wallbang in, exercise to close it out, and we have got bonus rounds here. Overtime on Dust 2 between 3D Max and Aurora.
So if you lose the first 2 rounds after fully investing, especially in a double op, especially in AWPs, your third round is going to be so destitute.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to think about the fact that the last couple of rounds here that forced us into overtime, Aurora did not have good buys. Yeah, Woxic having to play with a scout in the round that Maka got the double. In the previous round, obviously, they're going in wounded. That goes out the window now, but Gravity right below Xantar's. This is an awkward fight. Gravity's going to go up. Xantar's at least trades, but Gravity had an opportunity there to get a double, but Lucky making sure that the pressure is kept up. 3D Max are applying a lot of pressure to Aurora's T side here.
I think they're just kind of done waiting for like the beat pops. Oh, there's the swing off catwalk. Woxic couldn't see the vision with the full pull in his face. So it's back to Long, Major and Joda. And 3D Max is already spreading out because they've cleared mid, they've cleared lower B. Long is the only thing left where Aurora could even be.
Flash is fantastic. Oh, so close to the transfer. One bullet would have landed and dropped body. Molly goes in, further damage to his HP. And Major can't even commit to the plant, goes into the open. Doesn't even spot the head of Lucky before getting his shredded off. Oh, the mid-peak. This time going the way of Aurora. Double setup. At catwalk is broken apart. It's now Lucky needing to hit the shot. He doesn't actually drop. He sticks around, but the second peak Xantar's is ready for. Exercise climbing up, but descended immediately as Wakadia hits the headshot without issue. And body's nowhere to be seen.
Wakadia is having one hell of a game. 24 and 21 for him. Joda's not too far off, to be fair, as well. 23 and 15. Oh. And Wakadia is even going to get another one. Just steps right into it. Body goes down, shoots some bullets at the body.
Into the body.
Some people are a little bit sensitive about that.
He's not going to shake your hand anymore.
What do you got, Gravity? This is a ballsy play to make at 13-13. Here comes the flashbang. Oh, he eats it, but his vision comes back. And there's the peak. Missed shot from Woxic, so Gravity just says, I have to get aggressive, and it's going to net him a kill. Oh, and he's not able to get Woxic as well. Crazy situation.
Well, the fact he comes away with anything is good. And remember, Lucky was damaged early on the cross, and that smoke blows open. Well, Cuddy's having a great game, so you don't mind him going in solo and trying it, but he's lost his life to the AWP. John is going to respond. Okay. That's huge. That just completely unlocks Long, and he's just going to move with it.
Ooh, Xantar's through the door finds Lucky. 1 versus 3. Body goes down quickly afterwards. 14-13. Aurora take a 1-round lead as they switch sides in overtime. 16, the magic number to take a victory. And just as 3D Max lineup, they have to disrespect this now. 30 seconds. There's no other option.
And you know with limited time that this is the commitment So Jota readies his rifle. Here they come, right in towards him. Double kill straight away. Out of bullets, into the smoke just to try and stay alive. And now they know that he's gone into the tunnels. They'll take the site.
He's just won the round. The fact that he's alive, now 2 players close by in tunnels. You got no room to operate inside the site once this goes down.
Well, it's not one yet, but certainly looking good for Aurora to get back in this. But never count out the Maka op at the back of the platform. He's got his vision into the tunnels. Body's aggressive maneuver out of the window has not worked out, but Maka has. Fires did not reach his feet, and Maka still stands strong.
God damn, Maka, that's a good little reposition.
A lot of players about to charge out of Longhouse, and there's 2 players waiting on the other side of the door. The flash comes in. Woxic's blinded by it. Madra only getting 1. Woxic trying to protect himself with a flash on the fallback, but goes into the peak, and what a shot from Exercise.
I think he just took his head off the mouse, like, what the hell did I just hit? He doesn't even believe it. That's a filthy little jiggle one-tap, and now look, the push in the crosshair. Even though you missed the kill, what's never mind. What's Jota gonna do? He's gonna win anyways.
They're coming back to him. He's gonna hear the steps. He goes silent for a second. He knows they're coming towards him. Oh, can he get one more? It would be so insane if he could get one more.
No, but at least he's got the early warning. Now 3D Max feel like they can't commit to the B bomb site because they've been spotted way back in T-spawn. They know the rotation would beat them.
And are going to walk into an empty B bomb site. 3D Max hitting the pause button has been perfect. Okay. And Aurora are going to be so frustrated that they're now in B.
I got another thought exercise for you, Dinko.
Yes, you go for it. Let's go. Wakadia going to the window.
He's got $200, man.
He's going to throw the molly down to try and delay, but that plant is coming in and just about secured, and now you can. So it's Antara's running away.
Okay, he was running over because the only way they were going to win the round is the clock. So he's trying to delay it, try and kill the planter and just see what happens. But
if he had a team molly, maybe.
Yeah.
But that's 15 for 3D Max. They fight back from being down series point in regulation to Maka hitting that filthy little transfer. And now we're in a point where 3D Max are at series point, playoff qualification point.
They fought really hard here on Dust 2. They had to win the last 2 rounds of regulation to force overtime. They had to win the last 4 out of 5 rounds to force overtime. So quite a run to close out the map, and now they've got one single chance to take the series.
Look at the money for Aurora. Still a shot at this for Aurora, despite it being thin. Oh, that was so close.
I know, that actually looked like it was going to connect, and that would have been sad Panda.
Oh, but that's happy Panda.
That's a very happy Panda.
All you can ask of Madger is that he gets at least 1 if they commit to this. Information collected. Now Woxic's going to post up with a scout. Madger's going to be beside him. And we're looking at Lucky as well, starting to apply more pressure at short. Grenade is huge. 40 damage done. And Madger going aggressive. And the aggression does not pay off at all. Zantara's caught in the open. 3D Max 3 kills away from the playoffs here in Bucharest. Woxic's going to do what he can. But is it enough? Still has to rely on his teammates coming back in to reclaim this site. Bombs down.
Boys, get settled. Post plant. Out towards Catwalk we go. Wakadia falls. They're waiting for Woxic's scout to come on back.
Jota jumps up. Lucky hits the headshot. And 3D Max will quell the fire. They go into the playoffs here in Bucharest. A roster that has been building for a year, that have been getting better and better, and have added body into the team at the start of 2025, and already